Perfect. That's for you.
We have no monitor.
No, we don't.
Do you have one at home normally?
No. Oh, you're so...
Assuming you're getting everything in.
I am, yeah. I do a lot of this. Like, do you see this? Oh, what about over here?
Yeah.
Here? Here. Wait, hold on. Yeah.
Do I know how to do this?
You do.
Really? You sure?
Yeah. You've done it. You did it a lot.
I did.
Yeah.
A little
you
bit.
did.
You've done it. I think you've done just about as much as I did before now on your own.
All right. Are you ready?
I have no idea what we're doing, so I'm just
I'll
here for the ride.
I'll get us started.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, and welcome to the Knitworthy podcast. Yay! This is episode number 73.
Really?
73, yeah.
Wow.
I know.
I wonder what my last podcast was.
I don't know.
29.
No, you did more than that. You did 30.
But I bet there's some viewers that may not know me.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Brianne, also known as Being Brianne on Ravelry Instagram, and I would like to introduce you if you're new. This is my beautiful Mama Linda.
I am Mama Linda, also known as Stony Brook on social media.
Yes.
Ravelry, Instagrams, things like that.
That's right. All the social medias. So when we first started podcasting, it was Mom and me, and we did it together. And then some things, the puppies. We're at Mom's house.
Oh my word. And they've been so quiet. And of
I
course,
know.
the minute you come here and we're ready to record.
It's because I'm here. They're so excited.
She's going to keep doing that, you know.
I know she is.
Well, why don't you get started
Okay.
and let me just go see if I can find something to distract her.
Okay. All right.
No
So-
graceful way to run a microphone.
No, there's not. That's okay. I'll hold it for you.
Okay.
Holding. Okay, so when we first started podcasting, it was me and Mama Linda. And then some things happened, not like things between me and her, but just, life gets in the way sometimes. And things it got difficult for her to podcast with me, just time-wise and, with emotional things happening in our family. It was a little bit hard.
It was.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've made such great progress.
You have. Can you stand up for just a second here? Look at beautiful Mama Linda. Mama
I
Linda.
have no idea if they can see me. My head's probably cut off. We have no monitor.
No. Mama Linda, you have made some really big changes in your life.
I did. The doctor told me that if you enjoy living, you might want to think about making changes sooner rather than later.
Wow.
But she said it in a much more direct and impactful way. So she challenged me to a Whole30, which means eating like really clean for 30 days.
Yeah.
And I started, of course, you know how I am.
Uh-huh. And for those of you who have seen back episodes, you know how she is.
Yeah. Wink, wink. I obsess about everything. And so, of course, I started investigating and really learned about the science behind things and totally took it a step further, or probably 12 steps further. And I'm eating vegan now.
Yeah.
For my heart.
Yes.
And I'm able to walk now without chest pressure.
That's good. Yeah.
And I'm thinner than I've been in the last 18 plus years. I can't remember when I was this thin.
Right.
Of course, my belly, it's like the hormonal woman carries it all in the belly.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I still carry it there, but I don't know. I'm feeling a lot better.
You look amazing. And just from day-to-day interactions with you, and even Brian was like, she's so happy. It's just like everything has changed for you. Yeah.
Well, this was probably for later, but
That's
this is
okay.
to remind me what we got to do this weekend. We went to the pumpkin patch.
Yes, you did. We all did.
We did.
Yeah.
And the reason why I thought of it in this, while we're talking about this, is because when we first moved here, which was when Isaac was in kindergarten or just starting kindergarten, and he's a
Right.
senior, I haven't been to the pumpkin patch because I never felt up to adding an extra activity into my life during those days.
Right.
And so this year, I felt like going to the pumpkin patch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I had so much fun. What
Yeah,
was your
you did.
favorite part?
I love seeing you take pictures with Isaac. That was my favorite. Especially the one of you sitting on the bumper of the truck and Isaac sitting on your lap looking like a little kid.
Yeah.
That was the best.
I told him that he owed me pictures because I had failed to take him to the pumpkin patch, probably, except for when he was 2 years old and didn't remember it.
Right.
So we were recreating moments. It was wonderful.
But that was just so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we really had such a good time.
I was brave in so many ways because they had those big, I don't know, what were those big tubes that they had?
Yeah, I don't know what they are, but they're like, we're just really, I mean, like as tall as a person.
Yeah, like I could almost stand up in mine.
Right.
I mean, I almost could, yeah.
Yeah.
And so they had this little track set up so you could like get inside of it and roll down.
Like a little hamster.
Like a hamster. It was, wasn't it? Did you do it?
No, but Brian did it with the kids.
I totally did. It was so fun.
Yeah.
I almost knocked myself out when we got to the hay bale stop.
Right,
you know. But my favorite thing, I didn't get to see if you did it because I was running around like a crazy person trying to do all the things. But did you get to go in the corn crib?
No,
Well, I call it the corn crib. It's probably not. It's like a sandbox, but instead of sand, they had all the corn.
I didn't get in, but
You touched it?
I touched it. It felt amazing.
Well, all the adults were sitting around the side of it. Oh my word.
Sophie.
No. She's going to do it again, isn't she?
Yeah.
I thought she'll be fine now. She's happy.
Yeah, she's good.
Sophie, no. Needless to say, long story made short, Eli went in the corn crib and he did some adult supervision, don't you think?
Oh, yes.
And so I volunteered to be the supervision. I took my shoes off, got in that sandbox full of corn. Well, it's not like, don't picture frozen corn. It's not like fresh.
No, it's
corn.
like dried corn.
Dried corn.
Like dried
there
Indian
we go.
corn. Like the
oh my goodness.
all beautiful shades of
Yeah.
it was so much fun.
It was so wonderful. I touched it and knew I had to get in it. So I got in there and I started covering up his feet with corn. He looks at me like, why are you doing this? Isn't this fun? And he looks at me like, he's like,
why are you taking away my feet?
Yeah. And all the adult people were looking at me like, crazy woman. But you know what? I just thought this part of me that's like, I want to enjoy life.
Yeah.
You know, I've spent too much time kind of buried inside myself with all of my limitations. And I know I can breathe better now. So I just want to experience all the things.
Yes.
So
that's so awesome.
It was very fun.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you know what? I honestly have to say, when I first started it, I didn't, it was just going to be for a week or two.
Right.
As I couldn't imagine. I always say I could never go vegan.
Right.
And vegan is if you don't know, is basically like vegetarian, where you just eat plant-based foods. But sometimes vegetarians include dairy and fish or eggs, those kinds of things in their diet. And I don't do that, and solely for the scientific evidence behind it, where I'm trying to reverse heart disease.
Right, because the doctor had told you that you were going to end up like your mama.
Yeah. She said, you are either likely to have a heart attack this summer. That was the big thing that got me. But also I found out that the same thing that clogs your arteries to your heart clogs the arteries in your that give blood flow to the brain, and causes dementia, which my mom suffered from, both heart and dementia.
Right.
So you know what? I want to be the generation that changes that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
That'd be so awesome.
I keep telling Owen I want to be here to see him become a grandpa, and he goes, "You're never going to live that long." That's impossible.
What were we doing last night? We were doing something, and Evan goes, "But Mom, don't you want to live to see me have kids and grandkids?" And I said, "Well, of course." And he goes, "Then why are you eating yogurt?" And I'm like,
"Oh, I'm rubbing off."
You are rubbing off. Yes. And I was like, "Well, it's Greek yogurt, so that's okay."
Did you wear a beret? Do Greek people, they don't wear a beret?
No, that's French.
What do Greek people wear?
I don't know entirely. Clothes. Yeah. Yeah.
They wear baklava or something.
Baklava is what you eat. I think you're thinking of balaclava. That's what you put over your head, like over your face.
Obviously, it's time to move on.
You could wear baklava. I mean, you could.
Oh, am I wearing? Okay, I'm all set up.
Yeah, you're good.
I've gotten distracted.
Yeah, no,
okay.
it's all good.
Let's see if we can do this without Sophie.
Okay, well, she's right here. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Have you been wearing anything knitted lately?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
All weekend long, I did.
Yeah.
I wore this.
Oh.
This is the hint.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So the story behind this is basically I stopped knitting probably a year ago in May or June when Mom got really sick. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I probably put a couple rows on a sock, you know.
Right.
And so I didn't even know how long ago. It's been maybe like this summer. I started feeling so much better, and my knitting mojo came back.
Yay!
And so I want to show it like this because this is a hug from two very good fiber friends. This is a gradient kit from Peggy at the 100th Sheep. And isn't it beautiful, Brie, how it goes from the very light denim and into a very dark denim color.
Yeah.
And it was a colorway we kind of developed when I had visited her. And it is a sparkle base for part of it. The edging is a deeper color of blue with no sparkle. So the pattern is Carmen's Omen, which is a Tabitha's Heart pattern that you can see right there. Very open lace. I mean, like I'm showing it to you, but I suppose we're here to show it to them.
I can kind of see it in the back too, so it's all good.
You don't matter, they do.
I know. I know.
Tabitha's a great pattern writer.
Yes.
She's very clear in how she writes her patterns, and what I liked about it was the very open, lacy texture.
Yeah.
What was my last experience with lacy things? Do you remember?
It wasn't lacy. It was the charts.
It was the charts.
It was the charts, and it was like a tree pattern. And
it was supposed to be.
But you were reading every row from left to right, instead of left to right, right to left, left to right, right. So it was like, it looked like snow.
Oh, I don't
like
really,
something.
I still couldn't identify what it looked like.
No.
And I had ripped it out and tried again. I don't know how many, probably 4 times.
Right.
And it was like after I finally showed it that, I don't remember who it was that told me, you're supposed to read back and forth like that. Well, it makes sense when someone says it, but all I knew was whatever.
Right.
Anyway.
But this was a much more positive experience.
It was. As I actually have a finished object that looks somewhat like it should be.
Why don't you show it off? I have nothing finished. I cast
really?
on all the things. And so I have not.
Everything's in process?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to help me.
Sure.
It is a triangle shawl.
Is there a right side and a wrong side, or is it?
Yes, but I can't tell.
Okay.
Okay.
All
and
right.
so what it does, you start, here, let me just do this. You start down here with casting on a few stitches and take off the hair. I did wear it. And you work your way this direction, and then it's an applied edging. I think Tabitha said it was called Shetland lace when you do it like this. It was actually, don't look down here so much. There are a few issues, and when it's on the needles, it's more difficult to tell if you don't have experience with it.
Right.
But I got better and better as I got up here.
It looks wonderful.
And so this is the part that goes around your neck. So that's why I wanted the lighter color at the top. That was my decision.
Yeah.
And then look at this. Look at this lacy border I did.
You did lace.
What? And so the thing that's really nice about it, it actually worked great too when we were at the pumpkin patch. I was able to put it over the edge of the stroller that Eli was in, and it kind of cut the glare of the sun a little bit so he could see, but he wasn't getting full sun exposure, which I love.
Yeah.
And because it's so lacy, you can wear it many different ways.
It goes so well with your shirt too.
I love that.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun? And so I love how you can just wear it more traditionally. It stays on really well.
Good.
Yesterday I had no shawl pin or anything on it while I was at church and stuff, and even at the pumpkin patch I didn't lose it.
No, you didn't.
It was like blazing hot. I think it was almost, it got like 85 or,
Right.
did it get to 90?
Not quite.
So.
It sure felt hot though. And I was wearing jeans and a black shirt because I wanted to look really cute. And we got in the car.
You did look cute.
Thank you. I got in the car and I had a tank top on underneath. And I immediately took off my shirt. I was like, it's too hot for this. I'm all done being cute.
I had to finally take mine off.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I love the idea of using the gradient for this. I've never used a gradient yarn, so it's my first gradient.
It turned out so good.
And also because it is so lacy, you can also wear it all the ways that people wear smaller scarves.
Yeah.
But it actually, it is much more versatile because of the length that you get in the back. It actually goes down to my bottom. Mm-hmm. And I have to say though, I did knit past what do you call the instructions?
How it was written.
How it was written.
Yeah, the pattern.
Yeah, because I wanted to get more representations of my gradients in there, and all you have to do is just make sure that you pay attention to what pattern repeat there is on the applied edging.
Sure.
So you don't end up in some weird spot. I think I was in my calculations off by about 2 or 3 rows, not enough to really make a difference, where it ended in a little bit of a different spot, but still very pretty.
Yeah.
So
that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Hooray for you.
Yes. And my last finished thing, if you don't mind,
no,
then
go for it.
It can be the Brianne show.
Brianne show.
This is really fun, by the way. It's been so long.
I'm so glad.
You know, I've been watching you from afar and saying, I wish I was there, but actually you're so good at it. You don't need me. It's really fun just to be able to watch you.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So you're not coming back forever?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Because I know people are going to ask, you know.
We probably should have talked to this before we pushed.
No pressure.
Play.
But no, I'm just kidding.
You do such a good job at it, really, that I don't feel like I need to come back.
Right.
But it really has been fun getting back into knitting again.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, and I enjoy spending time with you.
I know. Well, this is great.
Right?
We're going to plan on to see each other anyway, so this works out really well.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe you could just come back like every once in a while for like a little guest spot.
Yeah, if I have stuff to show me.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Or I could just sit and bask in your glory. Right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so you have something
Last
else.
thing, yes. I also got into, I mean, when I decided to do it, of course, I jumped in.
Right.
And so I started spinning up. I had some fibers that I had transferred from the old house to a new house. And I decided that what I wanted to do, well, this is the plan. Who knows if I'll actually do it.
Tell me the plan.
The plan is I want to knit up all of the fiber that I want to spin up all the fiber that Peggy had sent me.
Yeah.
And I want to become more project-based.
Okay.
Instead of hoarding, I want to you think this is going to happen, right?
No, I'm thinking more of myself than you.
Because I thought, especially packing it up. I mean, didn't you
Right.
find, you're like, oh my word.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a lot of stuff here. And so I
Right.
thought, I have a lot of fiber that has not been dyed.
Uh-huh.
I've been out there dyeing fiber.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come back when I've got a couple projects in the works that I'm spinning for. But I thought I'm going to start using the stuff I have instead of buying more, and see what I can do to decrease the stash and just start living more project to project.
Yeah.
And this, I am so distracted. This is me, people. But this is from the 100th sheet. This is her maple orange colorway. The original is 6 ounces. I would say this is about 4 ounces here of this gorgeous autumn. Isn't that perfect for this season we're in?
I don't think you could have picked a more perfect time to spin that fiber.
We are like almost into the autumn season, and it is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Reds, purples, browns, and a little bit of an autumn green, so I guess it would be as they start to yellow.
Yeah.
And so has been so fun.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I found
What?
was when I started spinning fiber I was dyeing, and I have a Hansen e-spinner, and it holds more than I expected, I guess, because I found that when I was trying to wind it onto a ball so I could knit it, I'm just like, oh yeah, I got this. You know, like a Western guy doing a lasso, woo! And when I stopped, I had attached the ball to the base.
Yeah. Totally done that before.
Had to unwind it all onto the floor to get it back to where the ball was. And it's like I had to take my hank and split it into 2 or 3 balls.
Yeah.
So I contacted you last night to ask how you liked your skein winder, because yours holds more.
Right. Mine holds 10 ounces.
Okay. I'm pretty sure mine is like, doesn't even hold 4 ounces. I can't get sock yarn on there, but maybe it's because it's so
thin.
So thin, it holds on better. But anyway, it's time to look for a ball winder.
You need, I have a Stanwood. I think that's the name of it.
Okay.
What's the one that you texted me about? I'll put it in the show notes. But yeah, and I love mine because I can fit so much yarn on there.
Good.
And it's very sturdy. It's really heavy duty, made of metal and, like, not like a flimsy plastic, but very sturdy plastic. And so I think
that it would work.
Yeah, I'll let you take mine for a test run.
Oh, good.
Today, so you can see how it works.
That would be nice. So that's the thing I learned that I need to add to. Of course, there's always one more tool I need.
Always.
Anyway, but it was fun.
Yay!
And I think it's just you continuing to be faithful to your knitting. That inspired me, and I'm watching you and all the things you're doing, going, I want to do all the things.
I like things.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, shall I talk about all the things that I have?
I'm excited. There's a nice pile there.
I don't know if you can see the mountain. Last time, I don't know if you saw the last episode.
I watched everything except the last episode. I should have probably done that.
It was like the pile of projects and yarn and everything, and it was like up to
Could
here.
you see out over it?
Hardly. And it was in the camera sight line, and so it was like, I got so many texts and messages from people going, I turned on the podcast and saw the mountain of yarn, and I was so excited.
Right.
So apparently it was a good thing.
It is good.
So let's see.
Where are you going to start?
I'm going to start with this one because this is a project that I had already been working on. This is the Prairie Sock by the lovely Kay of the Bakery Bears podcast.
Yes.
And this is a newish pattern that she released, and it looks like this. I have sock blockers, Oh, I have sock blockers right here.
This yarn is really pretty.
Isn't that beautiful? That's
speckle.
Plymouth Yarn Happy Feet.
Really?
100
Plymouth is doing speckles, huh?
They are. It's like a hand-dyed speckle, and it looks like this.
Wow. That is gorgeous. Now, am I seeing mini cables?
Yes, little cable twists, and she did it because she was watching or reading Little House on the Prairie, and it reminded her of the rows of wheat and how they twist and turn in the wind and all that, which I thought was very picturesque.
Laura Ingalls Wilder spent part of her life here in Missouri.
Yes, she did. You can actually go to one of their homesteads.
We need to do that.
We do. Why haven't we not done that before?
Well, we've done the pumpkin patch. So
yeah, now we know what comes
Laura
next.
Ingalls Wilder, you're sitting in the high chair and I'm feeding you food.
Oh, dear. So the last time I podcasted, I was about here. And so I'd almost completed the whole sock, but now I've finished the first sock, and I'm on to the second sock. I did have an "Are you kidding me" moment.
Did you?
Yes, because I'm knitting these on size 1 needles, and so I did the first sock with 64 stitches, but I normally do 72 stitches. So I finished the cuff on the second sock and was about an inch into the patterning when I go, why does this feel bigger than my other sock? It just looks and feels bigger.
Did it fit your head?
No,
no,
it didn't.
Good.
Not quite. I mean, my head is not, it's like a preemie hat. But I counted my stitches, and I had 64. And so I would have figured it out when I would have figured it out eventually, but I'm glad I figured it out sooner rather than later, because that would have been very disappointing.
Yes. Are you going to need your sock blocker back for something else? Any more socks on the needles? Okay, well, just in case.
Okay. So there's that. So this is, it's October now.
Yes, it is.
It's October 2nd, and this is the month of Socktober.
Socktober.
Socktober is
in the drawing world, they do Inktober.
Yes, I have heard of that. So I decided that I wanted to kind of load up my needles in advance for Socktober. And so I picked out a few things to cast on. And you know how I get. I have a hard time deciding sometimes.
Where do you get your obsession with things?
I
With patterns
don't know.
and knitting?
I don't know.
Must
where
be your
it comes
father.
From. It must be. So
Ooh,
these,
that's really pretty.
yeah. This is just, it's Cascade Heritage prints, and these are going to be Christmas socks for Brian. Every year I try to make Brian 1 or 2 pairs of socks.
Very nice.
And here's this one.
Let's see, I don't know which is best to show, but it's a nice stripe pattern.
And
kind of Fair Isle looking. Is that what it's supposed to be?
Well, I think so. That, the black and gray portion right here definitely looks, kind of Fair Isle-ish. But Cascade yarns, they are such a good, trusty yarn.
Yes.
And, Brian doesn't need like, a merino cashmere nylon blend on his feet. He doesn't really care. He just wants something that's squishy and feels good.
Right.
And so that's, any wool sock is that for him.
That's nice.
Yeah. And so, he saw this and he was like, ooh, I like it. So
You had him in a yarn shop.
I did.
Whoa.
I know. This was in December, and I think, I'm trying to remember. I don't think the kids were with us, but yeah, it was very fun. I know. I got this at the Village Yarnery in Springfield. Have you been there?
I haven't.
You haven't.
Take me.
There? Okay. It's open Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I think she has another job. But she works Friday, Saturday, Sunday. She's open.
Okay.
And she's in Chesterfield Village. So you don't know where that
because
is.
I travel basically between here and the grocery store to pick up groceries.
Right. Which is like 7 minutes away. My word. Okay.
My world is huge.
So the other thing that I did, because I'm obsessive and I can't stop myself, is I got all of my yarn out from Dana of Unwind Yarn Company.
Okay.
And I couldn't decide which of the 4 skeins of yarn I wanted to knit with, so I cast on them all.
You are so wise.
Thank you.
Because once you've knitted it up, you have to buy more.
Exactly. Well, I didn't want to hoard her yarn anymore. I have beautiful yarn.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is gorgeous.
That's the Let Them Eat Cake colorway from Unwind Yarn Company, and it knits up like this. I mean, could that just be any prettier?
Gorgeous. How would you describe the colors?
Okay, so I would say it's like an aqua blue.
I was going to say robin's egg, but
yeah, like somewhere in there. And then there's a little bit it's brown for like the cake, and pink for the frosting, and some darker pinks, a little bit of yellow, and just little hints of green here and there, which I think are kind of like sprinkles.
It's very happy looking without being
is.
a pa-cha in your face.
Right. I just think it is so fun.
Wow. That's really pretty.
Isn't
and
that
are we doing
gorgeous?
vanilla?
Yeah, this one was just a vanilla sock. I figured
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
anyway.
me too. I figured that there's so much going on with the yarn that I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to lose the beautifulness of the yarn by obscuring it with a really textured or cabled or anything pattern. So I'm definitely doing more of a vanilla sock.
And how do you like the base she uses?
It's great. This is the Rendezvous Sport.
This is sport, huh?
Yeah, that's a sport weight.
See, in my head, I was thinking
Rendezvous
would
Sport.
be. I have very rarely used sport, so
Yeah.
that's very nice.
Yeah, thank you. So this is Unwind Yarn Company sock number 1. It was really fun because I showed a picture on my Instagram. If you're not following my Instagram, you should, because I show really fun things there. I had all 4 skeins laying out next side by side. And then the next picture was them wound up. So you get to see what they look like in the skein.
Oh, that's a good
and
idea.
you get to see what they look like wound up, because sometimes they look different.
You're right, they do.
Yeah. And so you just never quite know. I'll do this one next. This was a kit that I got from, it was a collaboration between Dana and Whimsy Stitches, which is the bag. And this is called Mariposa. And again, it's just like a silvery gray with pops of color that match this bag. So you've got the beautiful, kind of turquoise.
Turn it this way. Maybe is it more colorful this way?
Yeah, kind of the turquoise blue and like a dark green and a spring green, and the pinks, kind of that magenta color.
It's really a different combination. I like it a lot.
It is, and it looks
Look
like
at
this when you have it. Yeah, when you have it knit up.
Wow, very pretty.
And I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to lose the beautifulness of the yarn.
There's nothing like stockinette to really show an interesting yarn.
Right.
Well.
I wasn't sure how this was going to knit up. It's hard to tell in a skein how something is going to look when you knit it up, unless it's like a solid color.
Now I could see one like this doing a color. What's the new one? Fade.
A Find Your Fade.
Yeah, one of the fade ones. Just because it with the other colors in there.
Oh yeah.
You could fade into pinks and greens and teals.
Oh yeah.
And then some lighter colors too.
Right.
You could really find a wonderful palette just based on this one.
Oh,
yarn.
And all those gradient, fading kind of shawls are so in right now. And that's on her Journey sock base, which is a fingering weight base. Let's see, what else do I have? This one you're gonna like. This is her Gracie Pearl color. Again on the sport base, but
oh wow, this is so gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, now give me a name for this color. Like, is this would you call this purple or violet? Would you call it mauve? It's not pinky enough to be mauve.
I don't think it's pinky enough to be mauve.
There are so many different variations on a. Would you call it purple?
I would call it a purple, but it has like the silvery aspect to it, kind of like a pearlescent. Not quite opalescent, but very pearlescent quality to it.
Where it fades into this beautiful silvery color.
Yes, yes. And there's just little hints of pink to it too. Like right in here, you can just see little hints of pink.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Let's hold it like this so they can enjoy it too. Wow, that is so pretty. I like how beautifully subtle the color changes are there. Right. It just creates like a Monet effect, don't you think?
Oh, for sure. So I actually ran out of needles.
Did you really?
I did. I ran out of fixed circulars, and so I had to bust out the DPNs. I don't know how long it's been since I've used a DPN, and my kids were watching me going, "That looks dangerous, Mom. Yeah, that's a lot of needles, Mom." I'm like, it's okay.
Keep them in line.
I'm a professional. It's fine.
You're a professional. Don't try this at home.
That's right. But this is a really cool.
That is very cool.
I got this probably like 10 years ago during a swap from someone in Germany, and it's just a needle keeper. And so here's where you insert your double points, and then you put this on, and it'll fit a wide variety of lengths of circulars, or not circulars, of DPNs, but it's very sturdy, and so I don't.
It looks it.
Yeah, it's metal, and so I don't have to be concerned about it.
It's just so charming too.
It is. It's kind of rustic and fun.
Do you remember when you got me the needle keeper in my favorite color, red?
Yes.
And it's a tube, and then it had a rubber stopper on one end with a cross in it.
Yeah.
Not like a like a X. And you would stick your needles in there to keep from losing your work off.
Yeah.
Well, I decided I needed one more of those, and I looked it up on Amazon, and they make one now that has the rubber stopper on both ends. Oh. So I was doing this big shawl. It was this shawl.
That shawl.
And I had a lot of stitches in between, and it was much easier to stick a needle in each side and keep things from getting all tangled and
very smart
and crunched up. So. That's a possibility if anybody is interested. It's on Amazon.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, I have one more.
Okay.
I think I've been trying to figure out which one of these is my favorite, and it's like trying to pick out your favorite kid. I can't decide which of these I love the most.
Have I actually been making noises here? Because I
no
covered this
idea.
up again.
Oh, I don't know.
It wouldn't be a podcast without me making noises and my dog barking.
That's right.
Wow.
So this is the Alpine colorway.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So beautiful. You were into the speckles.
Yeah. Well, this is one that she dyed up a couple years ago.
Really?
And it's just, it's like a creamy color with, it looks like, coffee with cream in it.
It does.
And then beautiful bits of blue.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the prairie sock again with this one because I just think it'll come out so nicely.
It's very subtle, but there. I wonder how it shows. Let me take this off for a moment. It's hot anyway. Oh, I'm going to make noises again, aren't
That's
I?
okay.
Sorry. But I wonder if the blue pops when you put it by blue.
Definitely. Yes, that's lovely.
So it's one of those where you could bring out the more brown tones, bring out the gray or bring out the blue. That's a fun thing about the speckly ones.
Oh, yeah.
They can have color without it taking over your whole project.
Right. I brought all these to lunch with Michelle and Lorette a couple weeks ago, and Lorette was like, "Oh, I like this one.
Yeah.
Oh, this one." It's just that everybody has their favorite, and especially it's hard if someone else is picking out yarn for you,
right?
Or you're judging somebody else's yarn, which one you like the best. Sometimes you're kind of like, oh, but she definitely liked this one the most.
Yeah. So my question is, can people still get this colorway?
You can do special orders.
Okay.
With Dana on her website, which is unwindyarncompany.com. And any of these, if they're not in her shop currently, then you can place a special order for them.
Okay.
And so this was the Alpine. There was Let Them Eat Cake was the first one. There was Gracie Pearl, and then the Mariposa.
I think her color sense is very sophisticated.
I agree.
I love how she uses the color, but just not in. Well, I don't know what her other yarns are. It's not. How come I've not seen her yarn?
I don't know where
What's wrong with me? I know. I need to go look her up now. No, I don't, because I'm trying to dieting in every way.
Yes,
yarn dieting and physical dieting. But I can definitely see some Dana yarn is in my future.
Yes,
because those colors appeal to me just because they look so sophisticated.
Right. She is a fast shipper, and
is she?
Yeah, and she always does a really good job of making a good presentation of her yarns, and she's donated to the podcast before, which is really sweet. She's a very generous person, and
we like nice people.
We do like nice people. I'm going to move on to gilding the lily because I have gilded the lily.
Okay, can you just hold your thought for a minute?
Yeah.
Just keep them busy while I find another distraction for something.
Okay, sure. Well, I guess right now then I'll take a moment to just say thank you to everyone who sent me a message or posted on Ravelry or sent me an email or commented on YouTube about my last episode. That was a really hard thing to do for me, to talk about, my struggles with mental illness. And the fact that I had so many people come alongside me and say, yes, me too, or I'm so proud of you for saying hard things, or, I had so many people reach out, and I had not one person say anything negative, which I was very proud of our community in general for how uplifting and positive they were. I was just saying, I didn't have one person after the last episode say a mean thing.
Isn't that wonderful?
And I was a little bit concerned about how
yourself out there. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. That was really hard.
Yeah.
And I did it on Facebook too, which was, that was challenging. And I think I didn't know what to expect when I did it, but I was met with such warmth and love and support that it was really incredible. And, you know, even like I got an email from my mother-in-law who, you know, she lives in California and we're here in Missouri. And, you know, not that we aren't close. I mean, we love each other and, you know, we talk and I send her pictures of the kids. But, you know, she just sent this supportive, fantastic email. I read it like 3 times a day for a week. And then finally I was like, I think I can finally like reply to you without bawling my eyes out. But it was just wonderful. And I think
it's another step toward freedom, don't you think?
It is. And, you know, I was describing to a friend, you know, who said, you know, why did you feel the need to do that? Mm-hmm. And I likened it to the time when Brian decided in November to change my breaks at 5 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. And I love that man. But, you know, he thought that he could do it in the garage and have lights on and be fine. Uh-huh. But the dark was so overwhelming from outside because you know, November, it gets so dark out so early.
Yes.
And it didn't matter how much light we shed on it. If you're trying to do things in the dark, you can't do it right. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to be able to see, and you're going to make mistakes, and things are, you know, you're going to drop, you know, a lug nut and it's going to fall and you're not going to be able to find it because it's still in the dark.
Yes.
And doing things in the dark, trying to hide them, is not the way that you're going to find freedom and healing.
Right. I totally agree.
Yeah. And so,
you know, it takes away an element of the fear of being discovered.
Yes. Right. You know, and you are so right. You know, there's, you know, even just like, you know, saying, oh, you know, I need to go pick up my medication, you know, and, you know, well, what are people going to think if they see me in Target at the pharmacy? You know,
right.
I don't care now what people think if they see me in the pharmacy. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, I mean, if you really are that curious about my business, I'll tell you now.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So I'm just, you know, I'm trying to live my life in freedom and in truth and in love, and that includes loving myself the best way I can.
And where you are at the moment.
Absolutely.
I think that's such a healthy point of view.
Yes. Your dogs.
One more time. Okay. Because she's going to keep barking.
Yes.
She has not been like this, so what is it?
Give her a treat?
I've given her many treats.
Many treats, wow. It's a good day for dogs. So anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for everything. You know, I love you guys, and, you know, you are my friends, and I felt the love and support of my friends over the last 2 weeks. So thank you so, so much. And we're going to be talking about the contest here in a minute, and I have a winner, and I have a special prize that I'm giving out. So make sure you watch because it's going to be good. Here she comes. Oh, here comes the dogs too.
How far away can I put the dog?
I don't know. Where is she now? At the other neighbor's house?
She's in my closet.
Oh, are you serious?
It's not a bad thing.
No.
It's just 2 doors shut between her and I.
Well, there you go. Okay, so Gildan and Lily.
I am ready. I did not want to miss this.
No. So I'll do this one first because the others are fun, and I just want to get this one out of the way. It's gorgeous. This is from,
oh, wow.
Yeah, this is from the Village Yarnery as well. I was there, and I have a hard time going into yarn stores without buying things because I'm just, you know, like that. But this is 2 skeins of Malabrigo Mecha in the Arco Iris colorway.
Wow.
I don't even know how to describe this. It's like a muted rainbow with just beautiful colors.
This could be another kind of a take on Monet. It's just so many in-depth, beautiful garden colors.
Oh, yeah.
But more like a garden at sunset.
Yes. Yeah. So this was, I think I'm going to make a cowl out of this.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Definitely cowl.
Yeah. And Mecha is a singles yarn.
Have you tried spinning singles like this?
No. I spin a little bit too thin to do singles of that weight. This is like a bulky, I believe. Yeah, because you use a 10 to 11 needle. So yeah, but it's 130 yards per skein, so I have 260 yards. I can do something fun with this.
You sure can.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what you do. Do you have thoughts?
I have no thoughts.
That's all right.
I just thought and I said, cowl, and then brought it home.
Remember my cowl phase? Everything was a cowl.
I do remember that. That was good times.
I still have cowls. When I moved, you wouldn't believe how many of my knitted goods I destashed.
Did you?
I really cleaned house because I thought, I want to get down to the things I actually wear, and the rest can go and somebody else can wear them.
Yes.
So now I can knit more.
That's right. I also have, I should have bought like a...
Is that
for something.
Is that a, like a package you mail in? I thought it was like a gift that was wrapped.
No.
Oh my word.
No, it's a package I got mailed.
Look at this. She just mangled that part.
It's okay.
Oh dear. It's like Christmas.
I know.
Do you tear through your presents or do you?
I totally do.
Okay, you don't like save the paper.
No, I don't. I'm not Monica from Friends where I, have fun ironing the gift wrap, after every holiday.
Yeah, you're not Monica. I got that.
Not in that way, at least. So this is from Astria Maris on Etsy, and she has some beautiful yarns in her.
Look at this ribbon even.
I know, isn't that so beautiful?
Wow, gorgeous.
And I'm really excited to show this to you.
How did you find her?
I was looking for mini skeins for my blanket.
Okay.
Because I am at the point where I have a lot of colors, but they're repeating.
Oh dear.
I know. And so
that's a big problem.
It is a big problem.
Are you committed to not repeating colors in your project?
Not at all.
You just wanted some variety now.
I needed some variety. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So this is, she's from Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
Yes. And let's see if I can get this off.
Well, she knows how to make a beautiful presentation.
She does, for sure. And what I really appreciate about her is I bought 2 sets of mini skeins, and she immediately, because I bought them at, I don't know what time, but she, first thing the next morning, she sent me a message on Etsy and said, thank you so much for your purchase. I really want you to know, though, that between your 2 mini skein purchases, you're going to have some repeating colors.
Oh, okay.
And if that's going to be a problem, here are some other options for you to pick from.
Wow.
I know. I was so impressed with her customer service.
Happy.
She does want me to be happy. She does. Look at that cute little sticker on there with her Independent Dye Studio. She's on Instagram too. It's ASTRAEAMERIS. Astrea Maris. So let's see what her note has to say.
It's a love note, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Oh, it's her card. But it does say thank you on the sticker.
It's so gorgeous.
Yes.
Look at that.
So let's see what we have here. This is the first time I've ever done an opening.
It's like an unveiling, but it's an envelope.
Yes. Okay, so this is the first set. Look at how fun the way she got these together.
How did she do that?
I don't even know. So this is, it's called the Big Sky set.
Okay, so how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colorways.
6 colorways.
Okay. Oh, I see how she did it now.
And
that's very clever.
It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, with 42 yards per skein. And I love that. It is so pretty.
Yeah. Well, what's nice is even though they're all different, they do
They go together
very well.
Yes.
You've got pinks and even a little bit of orange and yellows and blues and purples. But yeah, this is like a winner of a presentation here.
Oh,
this would be a fun way to give a friend minis.
That would be.
And so what it looks like she's done is she's just folded the mini skein into a U shape and interlocked them, and then tied the top and bottom with ribbon. So if you want to duplicate this for a friend, you too can be very creative. I think it's how long she's wound them also. So what is this one?
This is the second one is called Meadow Lake. And it's the same base, same amount in there. But you can see a couple of them have repeated, which does not bother me one bit.
Yeah.
To be honest. I
think color on the top is repeated. This color is repeated. and then the blue.
Right.
But look at, I mean, you're gonna be able to scatter it throughout your project
Right.
and get a little bit more cohesive
Yes.
presentation of that.
So I'm very excited. She was a joy to work with.
Was she?
It came quickly in the mail, and those are all things I appreciate when an Etsy seller
Yeah.
or any person that I purchase yarn from independently, not from a yarn store,
Right.
or from an big online shop, but when there's communication,
Yes.
over things like this, the repeats and the colors, or, making sure that, this is exactly what I want. So I was really just very
Yes.
thrilled with my purchase. Even more so now that I've seen it.
I think this would be a really fun gift to give a yarn-loving friend.
Yes.
Because of the way it comes in this beautiful floral envelope. Well, that side doesn't look so good, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
And you get it all wrapped up, and then you get it like this. How fun is that?
Right.
So that's a great idea. Was the pricing reasonable?
It was.
Okay.
Yes. And she has not just mini skeins in her store, but she also has, full-size skeins
Okay.
and sets and other things like that. And different size sets of mini skeins, which I think is great.
Yeah, good
So
idea.
it's nice,
How many ounces are in each skein, does it say?
It says 10 grams.
Oh, I'm so good with the metrics.
Yeah, that's good.
That means so much to me.
So I also I did FibreShare this time around, which I don't know if I told you about that.
I think you did, but remind me again.
Okay, so FibreShare is basically where it's an Instagram swap, and they take people who knit, people who crochet, who weave, who spin, lots of different kinds of fiber arts. And what you do is your commitment is to send 200 grams of yarn if it's or fiber.
Okay.
And so you fill out a very comprehensive questionnaire.
Okay.
Everything from, do you have allergies, to what kind of yarn do you prefer? Do you really like acrylics? Do you
I'm
really
feeling
like
pressure now.
No pressure.
It's not pressure?
No pressure.
Okay.
No.
Awesome.
It was really fun to fill it out, because the more specific you are, the easier time the person who has you is going to have,
of course,
of picking things out for you.
Right.
Which is great.
So were you down to the person that you got? Were you down to just having to purchase muskrat and pigeon feathers?
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So I sent out my package to my person, and it was so much fun getting it put together. And what happens is it's basically like a round robin kind of thing. So like it wouldn't be, you gift to me and I gift to you.
Got it.
It would be like 3 people involved, where you gift to someone else and then I gift to you.
Okay.
And so that's the way it works. Well, guess who my person was that got to send things to me?
Who?
Dana of Unwind.
How did you rig that?
I don't know. But it was the best thing ever, because
you love her stuff.
I know I love her stuff, and I know that she has excellent taste in fiber and in yarn and in fun things.
Oh, yeah.
And so I got this package in the mail on Saturday, and I texted her.
You haven't opened it.
I haven't.
Oh, you are amazing. That willpower you have, my friend.
Right? So
Amazing.
I sent her a message on Instagram on Saturday. I said, I got the package. I'm not going to open it until I can do it on the podcast. And she was like, well, you have more willpower than me. It was like, well, I don't know about that. But sorry if it's loud.
I saw somebody on YouTube. They were showing a little camera on the end of a long flexible tube. I totally would have drilled a hole in that and been looking around.
Yes. For sure. Let's see now. Which way should I be opening this? I don't think there's a specific way. So,
okay, and
what's
so
in here?
Dana has an online shop, and is she on Etsy?
No, she's not on Etsy. She
has her own website.
She does.
Okay.
Yes, which is Unwind Yarn Company.
UnwindYarnCompany.com.
Okay. Oh my word!
What?
How fun! Oh, it's a bag.
You got
that's
spoiled.
A bag. Look at that. I thought that was just really fun.
I'm pretty sure she said give that to your mother. because
she
I
say
love
that?
her so much.
Oh my goodness, wow. She says things that I don't hear.
Really?
Then, yeah. Brianne, open me last. Okay. Well, if she says to open it last.
Plastic bag with a little drawstring. You can store yarn things in it.
Okay, so let's talk about this bag really quick. That is adorable, and I love the size of it.
Cute.
That's a great, useful size.
Oh, she did like a handmade
clasp.
charm. Oh, it's one of those nesting dolls.
Yes, the Russian nesting dolls.
Cute.
I love those. This is from Stitch Marks the Spot. And that's what it says on the bag. So let's.
That's nice and long.
It is,
and it stands up nicely on its own.
What
would you say the width of this is?
I'd say what, probably 14 inches.
14 inches by what, 3 or 4, or is it 4?
Oh yeah,
probably 4.
Yeah,
very nice.
Okay, I have to open it up now.
Let's just enjoy the bag for a while, and then you can open up the rest next Christmas. Come on.
Oh, there's a fun little bag in here too.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, and there's things inside of it.
Yeah.
Things. What's in here?
We all need bags of things.
Yes, we do.
I love the companion print that she's put in here. Oh. It's a gray stripe.
Yes.
Love that while you're taking those
and that's matched
out.
Right here too in this little bag.
Very cute. And you know what? She's got some interface here. So it's not a floppy bag, but it's also still soft to the touch.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
That is so nice.
How cute. Well, I guess we should put it so they can enjoy it there.
So the
you have to
first
hold your
thing.
things up, I guess.
That's okay. The first thing in here is some beautiful stitch markers. Look at those.
Oh my word. You could wear those as jewelry.
Right? Okay, so there's just some really basic, just round stitch markers with a bead. I know it's hard to see. I will take pictures of this and put it up on my Instagram.
It could also be a nose ring.
A nose ring.
Good. Just a beautiful silver circle.
Yes.
With it looks like a check glass bead. I mean, the really good ones.
Oh yeah. And then there's this one that's a little bit bigger that has some really beautiful, like almost like Celtic knotwork.
Very pretty.
Kind of thing.
That's totally your thing.
I know.
And I like using these to denote the beginning of a row. And then I'm doing a shawl right now where I have to increase to a certain number, and I'm counting every 20 with a stitch marker so I can kind of keep track of my progress.
Yes. And look at this beautiful little bottle. Oh my goodness. What great presentation. I don't know if Dana made that herself, but
I don't know. But you're a lucky girl.
I am a lucky girl. And then there's this very fun, she lives in Tennessee. And so here's a beautiful pin with an otter on it.
I'm going to do this in front of me.
Okay.
Without my glass, because I think they can see what's in front of me.
Here's a beautiful pin from the Tennessee Aquarium in Chattanooga with a little sea otter on it. And I love
sea otters.
Tennessee. Yeah, she is.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, she is in Tennessee.
You know, people are collecting pins and putting them on their bags.
I know.
I have been nowhere, so I have no pins. But if I ever go somewhere, I'm going to get a pin.
We should have gotten one from the. We should see if the pumpkin patch.
Maybe I could just glue a pin on the back of the pumpkin.
Yeah, there you go.
Here. Does this work?
Yeah. That's not bulky at all.
Not heavy. So cute.
Oh my goodness, what is this?
Oh my word. That's for me then.
This is for you. So this looks like it's like a necklace with like a stitch marker holder.
I just thought it was a pretty necklace.
No.
It's a stitch marker holder.
But look at these beautiful gems, like the crystals.
Yeah, I don't know, but this might be what they call druzy.
It's beautiful.
It's like a natural rock thing.
Can you see that? How fun is that? And so you can have a fun necklace.
Yeah. That is gorgeous.
That is so. You want to take a look at it?
I want you to put it on so I can see it on you. I mean, that's seriously gorgeous. It is white, but it's got some like purpley sparkles in it. And if it is the real stone that I think it is, these are what a wonderful gift.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take it off. It doesn't have a made by.
No, it doesn't.
Indication on it, so we'll just have to ask Dana.
Yes, we will.
That is so gorgeous. Okay. And you know, I love you don't have to undo anything to put it around your neck.
That is awfully handy.
Yeah.
I'll get it the right way here.
And so you can actually just look down and see. If it was up here, you'd be like, how do I get it?
Right. This is such a great length, too.
It's gorgeous.
And I love the little tassels. Those are so fun.
So you could just wear that anytime. And then whenever you want to knit, you can just whip out a beautiful marker.
That's right. It reminds me of one time I was talking with a friend whose husband has been trying to learn how to knit hats.
Oh, really?
And she was like, oh, you know, but he has a hard time remembering where the beginning of the round is. And I was like, one moment. And I dug out of my purse and I pulled out a stitch marker and I was like, this is for him. Yeah. He needs about 3 of these. Yeah. You know, like one for the beginning of the row and one to show where, you know, how much he's knitted. And she was like, how do you just have these things in your purse? And I was like, I'm a knitter. Right? We have things in our purses.
Yeah, it's like being a mother without a diaper. It just doesn't happen.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. I'm having so much fun.
You need to leave it on because it actually looks gorgeous with your outfit.
Thank you. I will.
Yeah, really pretty.
Thank you. Okay, what's next? Let's see.
You've done this. I'm creating display for you. Oh, there's stuff in here. I like it's empty. What does she need it for?
Here's some more things from the Tennessee Aquarium.
If I hand you, or that might take away the joy of it. That's like Evan's saying, can I open your birthday present for you?
That's true, yeah. These are beautiful cards from the Tennessee Aquarium in Chattanooga.
They have an aquarium?
Yeah, that was what the pin was from.
That's from the state of Tennessee. The whole state.
The whole state, Oh, look at those little I love sea otters. They are just so much fun.
They are adorable. Yeah. Hey, that'll be the next stuffy that people are knitting. Instead of hedgehogs, it's going to go right to sea otters.
That's right. Absolutely. And let's see. Looks like there's some other fun little... Oh, there's tea. I love tea. Bombay chai.
I've been wanting a new chai.
Well, I have 2 of those. You want to take that one?
Can I have your Can I have your present?
You can. Oh, yeah, awesome. Absolutely. There's
actually open it so I can smell it.
White Orchard. Oh, that looks really good.
Yeah, I've been wanting to find a good chai.
And chocolate mint truffle. How much fun is that?
Take a whiff.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to try that.
And organic spring jasmine.
This is by Mighty Leaf. If you enjoy tea, if you're a tea person, Mighty Leaf, they're beautiful. And I like the individually wrapped because you can take them with you.
That is very handy.
Oh my word.
What?
Check this out.
What?
It's a hand sewn bag. It's not the little cheapy Lipton's thing.
Wow.
It's a beautiful, what would you call this? Not toile. What's it? It's a mesh bag. Yeah. That's hand sewn in order to, this is for the person who is so fancy.
And that is me. That is me. I am so fancy.
I would wear these as earrings.
I know. You'd smell amazing.
Yeah, that smells fantastic.
Wow.
But yes, I'm totally going to try that. But that's a very nice tea. Mighty Leaf Bombay chai. Yay.
Wow. Yay. Okay. Let's see. Here's this. Oh, do more of what makes your soul happy. It's a bucket list box.
And it's got little baby pom-poms around it.
Well, how much fun is that? What's inside? Fill your bucket list with your dreams, goals, and things you hope to do and accomplish during your life. Every day is a new day, and it's never too late to add to your list. Write them down and keep them in your bucket box.
That's a cute idea.
That's a very cute idea.
Podcasting was on my bucket list.
It was. Yeah, you accomplished that. Oh, it's so fun. Look at the little tiny papers.
And don't we love stationery?
We love stationery.
It even has a little, is it a cushy grip?
It is.
Because of course with a 2-inch long pencil, you're going to do such writing, such volumes that you're going to need a little cushion.
Absolutely. I love that. And you know what? This would be a great little notions box too once you've used it and everything.
And you know what? Even if you don't use it for writing your bucket list, what if you were to use it for making notes while you're knitting? You know, like some people like to do it on paper and pens, with paper and pens.
Sure.
And you could just have that, put it in your knitting bag, and it's not going to get all rumpled like just a loose notebook would.
Right. That's brilliant.
And it reminds you, do what makes your soul happy, and we know what that is.
Yeah, it's knitting.
Yeah. And you.
Okay, I think we are down to, oh my word, we are down to the yarn, people. Look at this beautiful combination. Wow.
Oh my goodness, the halo on this.
Oh.
What is it made of?
It's just
angels?
Yes, apparently. This is her Rendezvous Sports Sock, which is what I have.
Yes.
Yes, and it's an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 328 yards. Look at how beautiful these go together.
That looks heavenly.
So this is called With a Paddle, and this one is called Without a Paddle.
Up a creek without a and with. Oh, that's fun.
That is beautiful.
And so there's what, 600 yards there? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, over 600 yards.
Wow. What could you make with 600 yards of sport?
That could be a really fun, like a shawl.
You could get a shawl out of it?
You could get a shawl out of that.
How fabulous is that?
Yeah, that would be so much fun.
You could, don't quote me on this, but you've got the beginning of a beautiful fade shawl.
Oh, yeah.
Go back to her shop. She probably has other companion things to this.
I bet I could ask her.
What would go with it?
Yes, what would go with that?
And some of the fades are different than others where they use different numbers of colors. So, you know, depending on how much you want to spend, you can get 52 colors or
52 colors. Yeah. So this, what color would you call that?
Well, I'm trying to decide. I kind of see a little bit of Tiffany blue, or is it aqua?
Yes.
It's not a baby blue. It just has a hint of green in it. But it is definitely a very soft and gorgeous blue.
Yes. And this has that same color in it, kind of like as the base, but then there's brown and like a navy blue, and I'm seeing like little bits of like a burnt umber color, like right in there.
A little bit of a soft fall green again. Hey, this is really shawl colors that could take you from fall to spring also.
Oh yeah.
Because it kind of, this part resembles the fall, and this could definitely be a spring.
Oh yeah.
And so that's kind of opens it up for more seasons, as opposed to one that is so clearly fall that you look silly wearing it in the spring.
Right.
So yeah,
absolutely.
I would totally wear this.
You would?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
I would definitely wear it.
I would wear it too. I mean, yeah. Look at that. Oh, that goes so well with that too. Yeah.
It's a great neutral.
It's very versatile.
Wow, this was fun.
This was so much fun.
If I come again, will you open more fun things?
Yes.
Do you have more?
I don't. I have to talk about the contest that we're doing. But I don't have it. Oh, wait, I forgot about this. Brianne, open me last. I almost forgot to open it last.
What? You know what? I think I'll just load. I was going to try and do a nice display, but I think that's beyond my ability today.
Oh, here we go. Okay, Project Bag and Notions bag from Stitch Marks the Spot. Glass bottle of stitch markers from Little Skein. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Tea bags. A stitch marker necklace from the Sexy Knitter.
No wonder you look so sexy.
Right. A bucket list tin, kind of in the. Let's see.
This one?
Conversation about anxiety. I find it helps you to write down goals. I thought it might help you too.
That's a neat idea.
Oh, last but not least, this year's Into the Wool goodie bag yarn Without a Paddle and its companion colorway With a Paddle. These won't be released in my shop for a bit, so I thought you might like them. I hope you love it all. Love, Dana.
Oh,
Dana,
so we can't get it yet?
Wait, hold on.
No, that's just almost mean.
It is almost mean, but I think that we need to give her a standing ovation.
She needs it. We might have to clap low to get in the shot.
Oh my goodness.
That is fantastic. This is definitely worth waiting for, though. That's gorgeous.
That was amazing.
I think with your eyes, it would just be stunning. You don't have to change your eyes for this yarn or anything.
That's right. Oh, wow.
That's really fun.
That was so much fun.
That was really fun.
I really enjoyed that.
If you do this every time, I'll come back.
That's a lot of pressure. Okay, so let's talk lastly about the craft along that I'm doing.
Yes.
Yes. So
I've been doing it more incognito than anything else,
okay.
but I've been crafting along.
That's great. I'm so glad. So basically, I'm doing a gratitude craft along, and I just want to encourage positivity and gratefulness, and just living your life with a spirit of thankfulness for what we have and the life experiences, and you know, looking for the best in every situation. So if you are going through a difficult time in your life, you can still participate. So don't think that you have to have, you know, a perfect life for this, you know, to be applicable to you. you just might have to look a little bit harder and,
Yeah.
find some more, kind of unique things. Like, I mean, when Owen was in the hospital, we'd be thankful. We'd say, thank you that we found a great parking space.
Yeah. It means a lot when you're trying to get through
Absolutely.
times like that, to just be looking for ways to be grateful.
Yes. And so I've been continuing my gratitude journal, and so that was something that I encourage my friends to do too. But so we're doing this now through the end of the year. I didn't want to have to put a time limit on how long I wanted people to be thankful for. And we're coming into the holiday season.
Yeah.
And what a perfect time to be, putting ourselves into that place, of thankfulness. So I'm going to read this. It's just a very open craft along. Let's see, in the gratitude CAL thread on my Ravelry group, you can post what you're crafting that makes you happy, what you're grateful for. You can encourage others. You can post things that make you laugh or make us think or inspire us, and you can post as many times as you like. There's no limit. I'm using a random number generator to pick winners along the way, pretty much just whenever I feel like it.
I like that. Keeps us guessing.
It's true.
It's like Pavlov's dog. The intermittent reinforcement of things was really effective.
That's right. You can use current whips. You can start projects specifically for this.
I totally had that in my brain.
That's right. Use the whip you already have. Get things going. And you don't have to finish your project by the end of the year. So if you start, a Find Your Fade with beautiful yarn from Dana of Unwinding Yarn Company, then don't feel like you have to finish it by the end of the year. I'm trying to keep this as low key and low stress as possible.
I'm all about it.
I don't want people to feel like they have to get a sweater done in 2 weeks in order to make this count.
Of course, I've put that on my list of things I want to do, is the sweater.
The sweater in 2 weeks?
I would love it to be done in 2 weeks.
Okay, wow.
I'm not sleeping those 2 weeks.
No, definitely not. I also have a hashtag that I've set up.
Really?
For Instagram users, which is GratitudeCAL 2017.
Okay.
And on occasion, I'll be picking a post from Instagram if you use that hashtag. So use that hashtag if you're posting things on Instagram so I can find it, and then I might pick your picture and you might get a prize.
Oh, that's very cool.
So I do have a prize. Let's see, we have this beautiful skein of Madeline Tosh in the Tosh DK base in the Byzantine colorway, which is beautiful. That was actually one that you gave me.
I remember.
Yes. And so I decided to keep it for a prize.
Good idea.
Yeah. And this one, the random number generator picked number 26, which is Terracotta 2, who knitted a hat to remind her of a special trip with her first grandbaby.
Oh, how fun. Well, that's close to my heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Terracotta 2, I don't have your name, but you know who you are. So go ahead and message me on Ravelry, and I'll need your real name, of course, and your address so I can send this to you. I promise not to go and stalk you. I don't have time for that, so you're safe. But I would love to send this in the mail to you, and as a thank you for participating. And there was one particular post that I was very special to me.
Are we checking Ravelry now?
On Ravelry.
Okay, in your group.
In the Ravelry group. That was very special to me, that was very close to my heart, because this person crocheted a beautiful unicorn toy for a foster child to give away to like a foster child.
What a neat idea.
I thought that was so special.
Yes.
And I have some friends who are foster parents. I have several sets of friends that are foster parents. And, they just, the ones that go to our church, they just had to let go of their child that they've had for the last 2 years.
Wow.
And
how hard.
Very difficult. So happy that they're reuniting with her family, and that they've been in her life for that long.
Wow.
But that just really, I think, what a generous thing to do.
Admirable.
Yes.
And what a life changer for a kid to have some stability while family kind of gets on their feet.
Yes, yes. And so to be able to, have a toy to give to a foster child that's in transition, that's going through a difficult time, I think that is so sweet. So that was the Knitted Lamb, who is Michelle, and I got a special prize for you.
Hey!
Because I love that you did a generous thing for somebody else. So this is a gratitude tree that I found at Target. And you assemble this little tree, and you can write things that you're thankful for, that you are grateful for, on these little leaves. And it comes with the little leaves in the back, and you just stick them onto the branches.
How fun.
I have one of these for myself too.
Wouldn't it be neat to have the different members of the family, maybe that's what they're showing, each do one, so it's like, as a family, this is what we're grateful for.
Yes.
That's neat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is my name going to be on there?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably not the one that Michelle is doing.
No?
No, I don't think so, but maybe the one that my house will.
Michelle, please. Put me on your tree. I want to be on everybody's tree.
But I thought this was really neat. So Michelle,
that is so neat.
The Knitted Lamb, can you please get with me on Ravelry, send me a message with your name and address, and I will get this in the mail to you as soon as I can. And yes, so that's it. That is it.
That's wonderful. And actually what you're talking about with the gratitude, what's the theme of the name of the thing you're doing on gratitude? Your craft along? Your gratitude craft along. Because I was thinking in the past week or so, I really felt like compelled in my studying in the Word to be more grateful in the sense of, we all choose what we look at. Okay, there have been times when I've looked at all the things that have gone wrong in my life, and how do I feel after that?
Right.
I feel horrible.
Right.
But in the same vein, when I take a look at all the good things that God has done, my heart's uplifted.
Absolutely.
And the mind is where a lot of our life happens. It starts here.
Yeah.
And so I've really been trying to make a more concerted effort to, it's not like you're pretending that things don't go wrong,
right,
but it's really just to place the focus more on what is going right.
Right.
And I think that's a really healthy mindset. So I really encourage you, I really commend you for encouraging everyone to really make a healthy choice for their thought life.
Yes.
I think that's wonderful.
Definitely.
And for all year long.
Yeah.
But it's a good place to start right now.
It is, definitely. I'm trying to remember that verse that says, a harsh tongue breaks spirits, but a kind word is like honey for the soul.
Yes.
And isn't that so true?
So true.
Even just with our thoughts, I mean, you can tear yourself and others down.
Yes.
With your harsh thoughts. But when we choose to think on things that are good and pure and holy and upright, then those are the things that are like honey to our soul, and that are healing to our bodies too.
Yes, and those are God's thoughts toward you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And toward you.
That's right. So I am so glad that you were with me today.
Thanks for letting me barge in.
Yeah,
it was
you're
really
so
fun.
welcome.
I felt ready. I wanted to come on and just kind of
glad.
share what's going on in my life right now.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you did.
But ask me again sometime.
I will.
Not that you asked this time.
She was like, hey, I think I'm ready to do a podcast with you. And I was like, yay! I'm doing it on Monday. And she was like, okay. It was perfect, though.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I love spending time with you, sweetie.
Oh, I love you
so
too.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
Good job.
Well, I think that's it.
Okay.
Can you think of anything else that needs to be said or done?
No, it was some fun podcast.
It was.
A great way to get my feet wet again.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, for having a fun time with us. Thank you to Dana Oven Wine for kind of sponsoring this episode for us.
Yeah.
And we just want to thank you for being here. And if you have any messages, you can always, send them to me, being Brianne on Ravelry, or if you want to send one to Mom, she's Stony Brook on Ravelry.
I'm trying hard to catch up on stuff like this,
so maybe send them to me and I'll let her know if she needs to send you one.
I'm horrible.
Show notes can be found at knitworthypodcast.com. And you can find more episodes on iTunes and on YouTube. And I think that's it.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. We love you. And we just want you to remember that you are knitworthy. Bye, friends.
Bye, y'all. That was fun.
That was fun.
I know.
Yeah.
I love seeing the stuff that you're doing.
I know. It was so much fun. Thank you for doing this
awesome.
with me.
Yeah.
I love you. Oh, my girl. So proud of you. Thanks. All right. You want to turn that off?
I think I should take this off first.
Okay.